Welcome and thank you for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your guest host of the program today. Today is Monday, March 10th, and here's my reminder too, but if you didn't set your clocks forward, you probably found out sometime yesterday, but in any case, make sure you set all those clocks the way they're supposed to be. We did the spring ahead this weekend, of course, and you probably already know that. So it's going to mess up my whole week, I think, well, it seems to do that every time. Thank you again for joining us. Owatonna Today, of course, can be seen on Charter Channel 8 6 days a week, and we can also be seen out on the internet. You can find us on blip.tv, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You can do a Google search and find us, and probably you'll come up with the Facebook page, and if you do that, you want to make sure you like Owatonna Today Show on Facebook, and from there you'll be reminded when shows are new and uploaded to the internet, and you'll be able to watch the show there. We always welcome your comments about the show, suggestions for ideas and topics and guests and things like that. You can contact Owatonna Today via email at simply owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can call Leanne Alt, the producer, at 390-5751. She'll be happy to take those into consideration. We have a great show for you today. A couple of announcements, though, before we head into our first break. The Owatonna Today Show is teaming up with the Steele County Food Shelf during March Food Share Month to help raise money for the food shelf. Leanne's video business, The Third Hand Incorporated, was given permission to film and to sell copies of this year's Hometown Sampler. The cost is $10 per DVD. All the proceeds from the sale of the DVDs go directly back to the food shelf, so what a great thing. If you would like a copy of this year's Hometown Sampler, again, please call Leanne, 390-5751, or you can use that email address as well, owatonnatoday@charter.net. And one more announcement, the Owatonna Today Show would like to welcome Bremer Bank as a new supporter of the show. Great show for you today. A little bit later on in the program, we will be talking with Carol, the Owatonna businesswoman's recently named Woman of Achievement. We'll find out a little bit more about her. But right when we come back from our first break, we'll have with us Alyssa Crum, and we're going to find out about her journey to the Miss Minnesota Outstanding Teen, and hopefully I got that right, but she'll correct me if I didn't when we come back. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show on this Monday, March 10th. As I mentioned, we welcome Alyssa Crum with us in studio today. Tiara and Sash and all, welcome.
Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You are a lovely young lady, just
Thank
at
you.
first glance, but we're going to find out a little bit more about Alyssa and what makes her the person that she is. So first of all, we should probably acknowledge Mom and Dad.
Yes, my mom is Heather Crum, and my dad is Stuart Crum.
Okay, all right, so big shout out to Mom and Dad.
Big shout out to you guys. Thank you.
They're the ones that helped make you who you are.
Yes.
And a little bit about yourself. You're in high school, correct?
Yes, I'm a junior at the Owatonna High School.
Okay.
I'm highly involved in the music and theater stuff. That's my thing.
All right.
Being on stage.
Band, choir.
Yes, I'm in choir and I do carolers. I'm in concert choir.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So I saw you in the midst of all the green and red and the carolers this
Yes,
year, and that is always so fun.
Yeah.
Busy time, isn't it, though,
Yes,
when you do that?
And then we just got done with the musical too. So.
Yeah, and you were in that as well.
Yes.
So honestly, as I'm looking at the list of things that you are involved in, I was joking that we could take 10 minutes just on that, but you have been involved in many things over your school career and continue to be. In addition to the music and theater, what are some of the other things that you've done?
I'm also involved in dance. I've done dance for 13 years, so I dance at Jill Hogarth's. Okay. And I also take voice lessons, and I'm a part of American Heritage Girls. Okay. Yep. And I think that's pretty much it.
What a well-rounded young lady.
Thank you.
So then we want to talk a little bit about your royalty, I guess, at the moment, and then kind of where you're headed. So to get to be where you are right now, you were crowned in the Waseca pageant.
Yes.
That was held. And how long ago was that held, Alyssa?
That was just in August.
Okay.
So just a little over half a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that all about?
Well, I had never been in a pageant before. Like, that was my first thing. My mom was like, I think you should do this. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, sure.
Was mom's encouragement?
Yes,
and then you
she was
checked
like,
it out.
Get involved. Yeah,
Okay.
so I checked it out, and I mean, I've loved dressing up and stuff and being on stage. So we were like, this seems like my kind of thing. And then I competed, and I met lots of girls, and just like learned the ways of pageantry, and I just loved it. It's just such an amazing experience. And then being crowned there was just amazing.
Now, you were talking with me a little bit ahead of time. There are 4 or 5 categories that you were judged on, basically.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you have I think I had like 5 judges at my pageant, and you go into 5 categories. And your first one will be fitness. You come out and you do a fitness routine in like leggings and a tank top, and you show that you're physically fit. And then you come out and you do your talent, which you can choose anything that you want to, just to impress the judges.
Okay.
And then I believe we had evening wear, where you come out and you just show your evening gown.
Okay.
And showing your poise. And then on-stage question, also in your evening gown, where they ask you one random question from a fishbowl.
Oh, fun.
And
Do you
then,
remember your question?
Oh, yeah. I believe they asked me, they said Kate Hudson or Houston. Okay, she is a model that is seen for being more shapely than most women. Do you think that this is a good thing from the media, that we are expanding our views on women being skinny to now more shapely? And I answered yes. I believe that the media is taking their strides towards seeing that women don't need to just be a skinny.
Okay, and that may have led, we're going to be talking a little bit about your platform too, so it kind of leads right into that. So you had to do what did you do for your talent?
For my talent, I sang a song called Astonishing from Little Women, the musical.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then you were crowned. Was that pretty exciting?
Yeah, that was really exciting.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
I bet it was. So now, as in your reign, I guess, where you are right now, what kinds of things do you do over, and it's a year long?
Yes, it's a year. It's amazing, and I have 3 sisters with me. I have another teen who's crowned at the same pageant, Sadie Odenbrett, and then I have my big sister, who's Lauren Fellows, who's Miss South Central.
Okay.
And then I have Sadie's older sister, who would be Katie, Katie Schrader. And we get to do all these fun things together, and they just plan all these events. Like just this weekend, we had an orientation, and we had a pageant prep, so we just hung out all day, and we went to the Caleb Erickson Memorial along Highway 14. Yep. And then we got to go to Buffalo Wild Wings fundraisers, and we do a lot of volunteer stuff. Okay. I like going to classrooms. I've done that a lot this week, going to St. Mary's, and I have more of those this week. Okay. And meeting the children, and then talking to them about my platform. And so there's a lot of stuff.
And now you're getting ready, and this is not too far away. You're getting ready for the Miss Minnesota Outstanding Teen Pageant.
Yes.
And it's coming up when?
April 5th.
April 5th. And where is that held?
That will be at the Eden Prairie High School.
Okay. And what kinds of things do you need to do to get ready for that? Kind of more of the same?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of routines that we have to learn. I mean, some of them are similar to the ones that we did before, but so yeah, that's what we were preparing this weekend. We had a whole morning just filled with learning the aerobics routine and doing all of our walking and trying to balance ourselves in our 8-inch heels.
Oh! Yeah. Okay, that's an excellent way to go.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel myself falling just thinking about it, but how many girls are there competing?
I believe there's 15.
Okay.
Yep.
And from all over Minnesota,
yes,
I'm guessing?
all over Minnesota.
Okay. Greater Minnesota metro area and everything, so you're getting to meet some girls that you've never met before, and I'm sure having a good time.
Yeah, and I visited a lot of the pageants, so I know most of them just by seeing them on stage, but them being together with them and learning who they really are was a great experience when I went to orientation.
Okay. Well, you've mentioned a couple of times your platform, and there is, again, a long kind of, I love your title too, so I'll let you say that, but your platform is called what?
Rock What You've Got, Positive Body Image and True Beauty.
Okay. So were you kind of thinking about this as a platform before you got that question?
I was, yes.
Okay. So how interesting.
In junior high, I always had like body image issues, and
who doesn't in
exactly. That's what I'm trying to solve is just helping kids through that time and understanding that you're not just a body. Stop staring at yourself and focusing yourself on certain assets, because then it expands them and makes them look bigger to you. And just love yourself for a whole person, because that's what a Miss America Outstanding Teen is somebody who's well-rounded in every category, not just on your outward beauty.
And how is that being received when you go and talk to the schools and things? What kind of questions do they have for you?
They are so great. I went to a 5th grade classroom, and the kids were amazing. They kept asking me all these questions about the social media and what they should be on and like the things that people say, and it was just so inspiring to see that these things are in their heads, that they're thinking these things, and then that they want to open up to me about it and see what my view is. It was so awesome.
Boys as well as girls?
There were more boys than girls.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah. And my platform's more focused towards girls, which I feel bad about that just because I'm a girl and like I understand my body image issues. But then guys as well, I mean, there are so many things that they're insecure about, and then hearing them talk about it was so amazing.
That really is, because generally speaking, we know it seems to get a little more airplay or publicity when, with girls and women in body image, and not so much men, but they probably love the vehicle to be able to talk about it, to be able to say, oh my gosh, I'm hearing this great message, and then being able to ask you questions. And you obviously are very approachable, and so that's wonderful. So just kind of really talking about who they are, a lot of their strengths that they can play up to. It's not all about how we look. What do you talk about when you talk about social media? That's kind of a scary thing when it comes to all these things that you're talking about, image.
Well, I have a video called Selfie, and it's all about taking a picture of yourself and seeing what's on the inside, not just showing what's on the outside. And it's just about loving your body for what it is. I mean, you can love yourself on the outside, but not try to be so prideful about it. And I just try to talk to them about when you're on social media, take what people say, not to heart. Just look at it with a grain of salt and just understand that that's not exactly, it's their opinion. You don't need to let that sink into you. And if anything ever bothers you, talk to your parents and make sure that they know what's going on your social media and that they have your passwords and that they can see what's going on.
Yeah, good idea, good idea. Well, it is a great platform and a great message to be out there talking about. What is the preparation like now as you continue toward April 5th? How rigorous do you get?
It's not so bad. I do a lot of mock interviews. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of people come in and interview me, so this is a really great experience.
Okay.
Yeah, interview is my favorite part. And then we do a lot of just training and remembering all of our routines. I've been doing the workout one at home.
All right. So a lot of the same type of categories you'll be judged in, and then another random question, and there's really no way to prepare for that.
Yeah, just have your parents ask you random questions once in a while.
Oh, that's what parents do best, don't they? Ask you random questions now and again. So we can do that, can't we, Mom? I know she's sitting out there, too, watching. So, well, best of luck to you. Again, it sounds you have an amazing platform. You have a great background. You have a wonderful presence about you, and we wish you the very best, and we hope that we'll be able to hear after April 5th that we've got our own local Miss Minnesota Outstanding Teen, so best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, Alyssa Crum, we all wish her the very best. April 5th, we'll be waiting to hear that you did very well, okay?
Thanks.
All right, thanks. We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be coming right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking one joint and 63% after smoking two, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I'm Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Did you know there are families in Steele County that go to bed hungry every night because parents don't have enough food to feed their children or themselves? This is Stormy Trum from the Steele County Food Shelf reminding you that March is Minnesota Food Share Month. So far this year, we have provided food to over 500 Steele County residents, and the need continues to grow. Please help us keep our shelves stocked with nutritious food by donating money or non-perishable food items to the Steele County Food Shelf. Our goal is to raise $100,000 in the month of March. No one in Steele County should have to go to bed hungry. Thank you for all your generous support of the Steele County Food Shelf.
Welcome back, and we are here on Monday, March 10th with you on the Owatonna Today Show. We certainly thank you for joining us. We had a great last guest, and we had a wonderful, I guess you could say you were sort of crowned or judged as well. Can't you, Carol? We have Carol Holinka-Wurdeman.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great today, thank you.
And we're very pleased to have you on as the recent, how do we say that? The recently named Owatonna Businesswoman Woman of Achievement. How's that?
That is correct.
I don't know that I can say that again, but but that is where you are. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What a wonderful evening that was.
Let's
talk a little bit about that too. That was the actual Woman of Achievement banquet for that. When you were named was when?
It was the week ago last Friday, the 28th, I believe, 27th or 28th. Yeah. So, and it was just an amazing evening. I was so honored to be chosen as one of the top 5 amongst a great group of women. And I went to the evening just deciding to have a little bit of fun. I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous, but never anticipated that I would ever have been named as a Woman of Achievement amongst the women that were nominated for that. And prior to that, the nomination, and then my name was put forward as a finalist, and then we were judged by 3 women from out of town who came in, and we had an interview, about a 30-minute interview.
Oh, wow.
And yes, and it was pretty extensive, and after that we didn't know, and it was about 2 weeks after the interview that we actually went to the banquet and the big gala and found out that I was actually chosen as the Woman of Achievement.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I was pretty excited.
We'll take just a minute here to mention the others. They are, and so you were, and you already said you were among a great group of women who have done some really wonderful things as well. Vicky Scala, Dr. Griffin, Christy Trias, Teresa Anderson, and all very diverse backgrounds, and I think you came to the table with different volunteer likes and work backgrounds and all sorts of things like that. But so to be named from a group of women like that is very much an honor, isn't it?
It really is. It really is.
So let's kind of go backwards and tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of in general. Are you originally from the southern Minnesota area?
I'm originally from the southern Minnesota area. I grew up in Byron, and I work for the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and so I traveled around the country a bit, having several different duty stations. And most recently, before I moved to Owatonna 10 years ago, I was in Colorado Springs. And I was named as the warden at the Federal Correctional Institution, Waseca, in 2004. And that's what brought myself and my family to the Owatonna area. We decided that Owatonna would be a good community for us to live in. And my husband, Dan, was going to be working at the prison in Rochester. And my son, Michael, was just getting ready to start his freshman year in high school. So it seemed to be a good transition time. And my husband and I made the commitment at that time that we were going to stay in Owatonna regardless of what happened, at least long enough for our son to be able to graduate from Owatonna High School. So go Huskies, yay.
All right, you get really entrenched in that.
Yeah.
So that was 10 years ago, so he's obviously graduated.
He's graduated. Yeah, he's graduated, and he got his bachelor's degree from Winona State University and is currently in his master's program. But he came back to Owatonna and is working for South Central Human Relations Center. So we're really excited about that and having him here. So it's really nice, and he's really enjoying the community and his friends, and he's got a really strong foundation here. So that's really important as a mother.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And now for your work life, it's changed a little bit from when you came here 10 years ago, right?
Right. Yep. Well, in 2007, I was actually transferred to a prison in Wisconsin, but we decided that we were going to stay here so that my son could graduate, as I mentioned to you. And so we made the sacrifice, and I commuted back and forth on the weekends. To the Wisconsin Dells, and commuted back and forth. It was quite a commute. But that was just our commitment to him to be able to let him do that. I retired from that position in May of 2011, and I started working for Creative Corrections. It's I'm a consultant with corrections, and I work out of my home, but I travel around the country doing inspections of jails and private prisons and that kind of thing. So yeah, and I enjoy that, but it's really nice to be able to be here and in the community, and I don't work every week, so I'm able to get involved with a lot of volunteer work here in Owatonna.
Very nice. That will lead us right into that volunteer work as well. So you are kind of able to make your own schedule then at this point?
Kind of able to make my own schedule, yes.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Very interesting work path, I think, too.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about your volunteer work as well.
Yes.
And of course, that is why I don't think there's ever a component that a woman is not up for Woman of Achievement without having some or more and less, but definitely giving back to their community.
Right.
That's, I know, what they look for. And so let's talk about some of the volunteer things that you've been involved with.
Well, I have a lot of passion for every one of the volunteer components that I do. First and foremost, I have to do a big shout out for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. I am on the board of directors for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and that's a recent appointment to that board. Prior, I've been a big with Big Brothers and Big Sisters for about 2.5 years to a wonderful young woman who I've been mentoring, and that's a lot of fun. And I'm on the Evening for Kids' Sake committee, and that big gala fundraiser is coming up this Saturday evening, so I'm really excited about that and hoping that many, many people in the community will continue to support that program. Having worked in the correctional environment, for me to try to do whatever we can to try and keep kids out of prison is really, really critical, and I think it's so important. And I know that we do have a number of children that are in the program that either have parents that are incarcerated or involved with the legal system, and I just think it's a great program, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also on the board of directors for Healthy Seniors of Steele County, which is another great organization
We're very lucky to have them.
Oh, yes, trying to keep seniors in their homes as much as we can, and to avoid the nursing home. So we just provide a number of volunteers that are able to go into the home and provide a number of services to try and help keep our seniors in their homes. So
it really is a wonderful thing, and I have the opportunity to talk with people about that service. And there aren't counties elsewhere that have such a great resource. I mean, of volunteers and people that are willing to help our seniors. So that's wonderful. So you're kind of on both ends of the spectrum.
I am, yes.
Helping the kids and then helping the seniors and things too.
Yeah.
You mentioned a very important point, and again, your work with the prison does really underscore the fact that when you can get at kids at a younger age who may be at risk or falling through the cracks or on the bubble or however you want to describe it, if we can do what I would consider to be preventative medicine in a way, to really be that mentor, be that constant person in their life, be a good role model, be that positive influence.
It's just so important. So, but there is one other thing, if I could mention.
Oh,
my other volunteer.
How about you? Yes,
Sorry,
what else?
Well, my other volunteerism that I do is hospice house. I help out at the Homestead Hospice House, and I cook breakfast and do light meal preparation, and I also bake. So there's always that wonderful home baked smell at the hospice house. So I really enjoy doing that too. I visit with the patients and the family members, and that's just a really, really rewarding experience to go out there and help out with those folks too. So so I do actually.
Another great. You just have hit topics near and dear to my heart. I'll tell you that is a great place to be. The atmosphere is wonderful.
Yeah,
and the volunteers are so invaluable. You're among a group of many. I think there are many, many people that volunteer and do that baking and sewing and all sorts of things to support our hospice house. So that's wonderful.
Yep, it's a great program.
Can you pick any one of the three that you enjoy working with better?
I love them both. I love them all. I mean, for different reasons. I just have passion for all of them, really. And again, like we talk about with my background in corrections, trying to keep kids. We have to start putting much more emphasis in our kids on the front end, and so Big Brothers and Big Sisters to me is just has a really special place in my heart. But having elderly mother and mother-in-law and trying to keep them in their homes in their respective communities, that's so important. Yeah. And then, of course, hospice is just such a wonderful part. So they're all really, really, for me, just, all near and dear to my heart.
Well,
so
thank you for your
thank you
for your sacrifice of your time and your commitment to all these causes. I don't know if Leanne focused on your Owatonna businesswoman there, but it's beautiful. It's clear, so it's not going to show the beautiful etching quite as much, but there's the thing you get to display, your 2014 Woman of... See if you put your black jacket behind it.
Okay.
And see what it says. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
So again, congratulations. So
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you and for all the
Yes.
work that you do here in the
Thanks.
Owatonna community. We're very lucky that you came here 10 years ago and decided to stay, Carol.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
I
and keep up the
appreciate
good
it.
work. All
Yep,
right,
thanks.
pleasure having you.
Okay.
We'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be right back to wrap up.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it is time to wrap up the Owatonna Today Show on this Monday, March 10th with a few announcements. The first Veterans Roundtable will be held tomorrow, Tuesday, March 11th at 7 p.m. at the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Owatonna. The first speaker will be Elmer Lamont, who served on LST 611. Elmer will relate his service during the World War II battles in the South Pacific and will relate to perhaps the greatest naval battle in American history, the Battle of the Gulf of, I'm going to mispronounce this. Do you know how to say that, Carol? The Gulf of Leyte. I'm going to say it wrong if I say it so. In the Philippines, the public is invited to that event at the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. The Evening for Kids' Sake, as Carol just mentioned a little bit ago, coming up this Saturday, March 15th at 5 o'clock at the Steele County History Center. Make an impact, change a life, start something. That's kind of the theme of the evening. Of course, they always have silent auction, live auction items. There's a dinner involved. For ticket information, please call Big Brothers Big Sisters at 451-5922 and find out how you can be involved in that wonderful, wonderful evening for a very great cause. The Owatonna Arts Center, of course, is featuring now in March a celebration of the youth art, grades K through 12. So that is on display through March 30th. And another fun thing coming up for teens, there's something called Dessert Tasting for Teens. It's going to be this Friday. It says grab a friend for this delicious and fun dessert tasting exclusively for teens, grades 9 through 12. You get to judge your favorite desserts, win prizes, and indulge your sweet tooth. It's at 7 o'clock this Saturday, March 14th, $5 per person, $4 per person with a donation of a non-perishable food item. Tickets are on sale at the Owatonna Arts Center or at the door. And what a fun thing. I know a teenager who might just love to go to that. He's got a sweet tooth. Anyway, a lot of great things coming up, and get as involved as you possibly can. Coming up on Wednesday's program, we will have an update from the Owatonna Public Utilities and then Steele County Humane Society Adoption Day. So please join us then.